Bonjour tout le monde! Welcome to your video for your notes about the present progressive. We are going to start with an échauffement. I'd just like you to see if you could maybe say these sentences to yourself in French to review the future proche, meaning aller conjugated in an infinitive, and the passé récent, meaning venir de conjugated plus an infinitive. So, comme dit-on, I'm going to finish my homework after the soccer game. I just scored a goal. We are going to win. He's going to choose a movie after dinner. If you eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, you are going to lose weight. Okay, so give yourself a moment to think about it. You can pause the video. And before we go over our answers, let's begin with our prayer. Au nom du Père et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. Amen. Ange de Dieu, toi qui es mon gardien, puisque le ciel m'a confié à toi dans sa bonté, éclaire-moi, dirige-moi et gouverne-moi aujourd'hui. Amen. Au nom du Père et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit. Amen. Ok, et voilà les réponses. Numéro 1, je vais finir mes devoirs après le match de foot. Numéro 2, je viens de marquer un but, nous allons gagner. 3, il va choisir un film après le dîner. Et 4, si tu manges beaucoup de fruits et de légumes, tu vas maigrir. Hopefully you got those correctly. Les objectifs. Today we are going to learn how to form the present progressive. So this is a very easy tense because really it's just conjugating être, which we already know how to do. But it's a very useful tense, and we'll see why in our notes. So let me give you some examples. Mademoiselle va courir après l'école, future proche. Mademoiselle, maintenant, ça veut dire now. Mademoiselle est en train de courir. So the future, Mademoiselle is going to run after school. Now in the picture, Mademoiselle est en train de courir. Justin Bieber chante au concert. Justin Bieber est en train de chanter. Le lanceur lance la balle. Le lanceur est en train de lancer la balle. Nous travaillons en classe. Nous sommes en train de travailler. Tu retournes la balle de tennis. Tu es en train de retourner la balle de tennis. Ma grand-mère cuisine le dîner. Ma grand-mère est en train de cuisiner le dîner. Ok, choisissez la réponse correcte. Mademoiselle est en train de faire quoi? She is in the middle of doing what? Mademoiselle est en train d'enseigner, en train d'étudier, en train de parler. I'll give you a second. Et la réponse correcte, Mademoiselle est en train de enseigner. Justin Bieber est en train de faire quoi? Justin Bieber est en train de manger, prendre un selfie ou écouter la musique. Well, could be two maybe on this one. He could be taking a selfie. He also could be listening to music because isn't this the show where they sing in the car? So I would accept B or C. Le joueur est en train de faire quoi? Il est en train de frapper, tirer ou passer. Et il est en train de frapper. Et les Huskers sont en train de faire quoi? Ils sont en train de perdre, travailler ou gagner. Ils sont en train de gagner. Okay, so you do have notes for this. So you should be following them along and hopefully filling them out as you listen to this PowerPoint. So you have some sentences at the top, and I want you to read through them. And I can actually pull up your notes. These sentences here. Soulignez les verbes in both sides et entrez les formes d'être. So underline the verbs and circle the forms of être that you see. And I'm not going to show you the answers, I will just give you a chance to do that on your own. And then partie B, so we are right here. Quel est le motif ou le pattern? What's the pattern? J'attrape le ball. Je suis en train de attraper la balle. Elle parle au téléphone. Elle est en train de parler au téléphone. So the first sentence is I catch the ball. This also could be I am catching the ball. So when we conjugate something in the present tense, it could be I do this or I am doing this. So why do we use the present progressive? Because this means I am catching the ball or I am in the middle of or in the process of catching the ball. So it's just to emphasize that that action is still going on right now and that you're in the middle of it. And sometimes that's important, especially like if we have this one, Elle parle au téléphone. Elle est en train de parler au téléphone. So imagine that someone comes to the door, your neighbor, and they're asking if they can talk to your mom. And you would probably use the present progressive here if she was talking on the phone to emphasize that she is currently in the middle of talking on the phone. She's busy. She can't talk to the neighbor right now. So this is when we'd use the present progressive. And it's also really nice because if you are doing something that you don't know how to conjugate in the present tense, you can say the present progressive, you're in the middle of doing this, you're in the process of doing it. So like the verb dormir in French, we've used dormir a lot in class. It means to sleep, but we have not learned how to conjugate it. We're going to learn that next year. So if you wanted to say someone is sleeping and you don't know how to conjugate dormir, you can say il est en train de dormir, and it's still true. He is sleeping. He's in the process of sleeping, which we wouldn't say that in English. We'd just say he's sleeping. But in French, if you say il est en train de dormir, that's he's sleeping right now. So you can use this for when you want to use a verb that you know the infinitive, but you don't know how to conjugate. So it's very handy. This tense is often used in newspaper articles in French as well, and like news articles, because you're saying something was going on when this event happened. So maybe someone was in the middle of texting when they got in a car accident. Okay, so you want to emphasize that something was going on that maybe caused or something was happening before another event happened. You would use the present progressive. Hopefully that makes sense. So there are two parts to forming the present progressive, and the part that we have to conjugate is être. So don't forget être. Please write it down again. And hopefully you can write it down without even looking at this slide. And then after être, you need en train de. You have to have en train de. Then you just have the infinitive after the en train de. So nous finissons, we finish. Nous sommes en train de finir, we are in the process of finishing. So your whole formation is the conjugation of être plus en train de, and then an infinitive or an unconjugated verb. And in English, it's ing, or saying we're in the process or middle of doing something. Okay, so there's a couple practices here and here that I don't want to show you the answers for yet because I want to make sure you do them on your own. So I'm going to skip that on the slide, and I am going to post the key to the answers probably the day after you're supposed to have watched this. So you can check your answers, just not right now. I will post them later. Then your bottom practice right here is personne mystérieux ou mystérieuse. So choose 3 people in the photos that I'm going to show you next. Write a phrase for each person. What is he or she in the process of doing? You won't have this with a partner, so you can just keep this on your notes. but here are the pictures, and just come up with some sentences yourself about 3 of these people. What are they in the middle of or in the process of doing? And then we are going to do some speaking practice for Euro points this week. You guys have another flipgrid. You already did flipgrid before. You guys did super awesome job on it. I had a lot of fun watching them and seeing your pets and hearing your voices. Just in case you weren't super sure about flipgrid, or maybe you didn't do it last time and now you need to know how to do it, I'm going to show you quickly on the website what it will look like, and there is an app on your phone that you can download that is free. That is probably easier than the website, but if you prefer to do it on the website, that is okay. So the flip code is Barker IR verbs. And just like last time, your ID is your first and last name, your real name, and first letter of both names capitalized. And then you'll be in the grid. This is what it looks like. There are 4 topics or questions. There's a video of me asking you each question and giving you an example response. And then the green and white plus sign is how you record your own response. And here I am. This is my microphone. Hopefully this microphone is helping the PowerPoint sound good. But again, you don't have to be on the video if you do not want to, so you can show me your pets or your wall or something like that. And then you submit it that way. So you need to answer 3 questions. There are 4 questions. You need to respond to 3 of them. And this time, in case your username has a typo in it, which I apologize if there are any that do, but I am not a perfect person. So on PowerSchool for this week, here's our page for this week, I put a PDF of Flipgrid usernames for French 1. So if you open this, you don't even have to ask me to fix your typo or tell me that it's not working. You can just open this PDF. The PDF's going to be really slow. And this has everyone's name. As you can see, it's a lot bigger. You can scroll down. This has everybody in French 1's name. And on this side right here, it has the flip code. And this side, it will have what your student ID is. So if I made a typo, you're going to be able to see what my typo was. And you can just use your username with the typo. This does have everybody's username on it, so please do not log in as anybody else. I know your voices, so I'll know if you're on someone else's account, and that would be silly anyways. Oh, now it's gonna work. Can I zoom? Okay, so sorry, Roman, I'm showing everyone yours. But this is the flip code, and then this is his ID. So no typos in his name, but I'm sure someone will be the lucky one that has a typo. And if you scroll down, everybody's name is going to be on here. If you don't see your name, then you should definitely let me know, because that means somehow I skipped you, and I'm sorry if I did. But if you have a typo, just look here and you can see what your username actually is. So I think that's it for this week. That Flipgrid, where am I saying here, is due, I believe, did I say when the Flipgrid's due? Oh yeah, they're both due Thursday night at 10. So after your notes, you do have a worksheet that looks like this. So it's this crazy classroom with all these kids misbehaving. You have everybody's name up here, and I just want you to pick 5 people in class and tell me what they're in the middle of doing, okay? Or you can pick the teacher as well. And write me some complete sentences using the present progressive. And that and Flipgrid are due Thursday night at 10 p.m. So, bon courage, à la prochaine, et au revoir!